I feel as if we're finally making progress. Mr. Valentine seems quite detective.
Hey.
I'm all ears. Look at that. Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open. "24-hour service. Only at night. Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open."
Let's see what you have.
Excellent.
No, pará. Ellie? Are you here?
Nick? Oh God, it's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Hey, happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here, every cap we agreed to for finding him. Plus a little something extra. You know, if you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat, Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie. Our new friend needs our help first. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. What else can you tell me?
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much. But I remember they called me the backup.
So we're talking a small team. Professionals. The kind that know to keep their lips tight when they're on the job. Not sure what the backup means, though. Anything else you remember?
O sea, muy contradictorio lo que acaba de decir. Son profesionales porque sabrían callarse la boca. Si son como lo que dicen, o sea, what, o sea, están hablando y mandándose al frente.
My wife was murdered. She was trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers. But they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. Anything else you remember?
We're looking for my son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? Why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Now, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
Wait. Super mutants? What are they?
Big, green, muscles on muscles. In other words, hard to miss. I think we can safely rule them out.
Who are the Gunners?
High-end mercenaries. No job too brutal. They're in the running as likely suspects. They wouldn't be the ones pulling the strings.
You think raiders might have done this?
I honestly doubt it. They can barely organize themselves, let alone pull off something this complicated.
So you think this Institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype anyway.
You're a prototype?
As far as I know. Never seen any other synth like myself. There's the older ones that are dumb as rocks and all metal, and there's the newer ones that are almost human. I'm somewhere in between.
You don't know anything about them? Really?
Some kind of security setting strips or blocks out those memories. And it's not just me. Any synth that gets trashed, left behind, or escapes the Institute has the same problem. Probably some kind of failsafe.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Who is he? Do you think he has Sean?
It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
There's no way that could be Sean.
Yeah, big difference between an infant and a 10-year-old, but that doesn't mean we're on the wrong track. He could have a son of his own. Or maybe he's turned kidnapping into a bad habit. In any event, they both vanished a while back. No trace. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
You've really gone through a lot, haven't you? Hope you and Nick find that monster. The Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
Didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know. Everything I dug up about Kellogg before his disappearance, bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies, because they're all dead. Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. It's more than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The M.O. is all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later? Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off. Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this out. That's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Lock's really strong.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find a key. See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock.
He'd come running.
Do you ever think maybe you could get a man's attention easier if you use softer words, honey? Maybe shout a little less?
Oh, that reminds me of this article I'm writing about the mayor's affair with a certain air-headed blonde. Oh, look who it is. What brings you to the mayor's office, huh?
What are you doing here, Piper?
Trying to find out why the mayor happens to be meeting with the same suspicious-looking courier every other week. Not from any settlement I've ever heard of. And not from a caravan. Always in and out before anyone has a chance to talk to him. An errand boy from the Institute, maybe. After this article comes out, that's what everyone's gonna be asking.
If you are done crowding the reception area, Miss Piper, the mayor needs to make time for more responsible citizens.
I was just leaving anyway.
Piper.
Good luck with McDonough. Just, watch yourself around him, okay?
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press. Did you need help?
Who do I talk to if I need to find a key to a house that's been locked up?
If you're talking about a property that the city has seized, we only have one on the books. Mr. Kellogg's old house. You'd have to ask the mayor directly if you want the keys.
Come on. Can't you help me yourself?
And if I could, why should I?
Please. All I want to do is find my son. The man who owned that house kidnapped him.
I've heard the sob stories before, so save them.
Just trust me. It's important. You have my word.
You really thought that would work, didn't you? I don't think so.
Never mind. Thanks for nothing.
Have a nice day.
crushed some mentats in with your coffee in the morning. It'll help loosen the language centers in your brain. Lower anxiety.
We buy and sell everything to everyone, except
So
no
thirsty.
sense allowed here.
Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more.
Good to see someone new in the chapel. Diamond City treating you all right?
This your chapel here, Pastor?
Well, that depends. I suppose I should say this chapel really belongs to God. But since I never get around to deciding which God in particular, I guess you could say it belongs to all of them. Now, if you ever need a quiet place to sit down and ponder the Almighty in whatever form strikes your fancy, we're always open.
So, you don't practice any particular religion here?
As long as you believe in something, you're welcome. Diamond City is full of people trying to build a better life. I just don't want them to forget what makes them human while they're at it. So the chapel is open, 24 hours a day, to whatever form of worship you like, long as it's peaceful.
Thanks, Pastor.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
Don't know if this praying thing works, but it couldn't hurt.
You should really talk to the pastor.
Heard you rescued Valentine. Good work. No sense scared the hell out of me. But Nikki, he ain't like those Institute psychos.
I don't know why we let Valentine live in the city. He saves one or two people, and everyone forgets he's a freaking sin.
Fuck you.
You read the paper? Damn synths. Hiding among us.
Thirsty. Nuka-Cola.
Here you go.
So gracious of you, sir. I'm sure it's not every day someone shows him such kindness.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Jolly well done. Sir, a moment perhaps?
Sure, Codsworth. What's up?
Oh, just a little something I'd like to get off the old proverbial chest. I just want to say what an honor it is for me to accompany you. You've no idea the horror these past 2 centuries have wrought. The initial destruction, not knowing if you and your family were all right. It was a relief just to find the entrance intact.
Codsworth, I never knew. I can't imagine it was easy.
Not a single worry, sir, as I shared your priorities completely. Family safety first, above all else. And yes, while it was hard at first, I was able to eventually move on. At first it was the work, busying myself day and night, and believe me, there was plenty of it. But eventually the work became light chores. What truly saved me was my memories, sir. Memories of you and the missus, young Sean, of your love and kindness. I soldiered on, fueled by hope that one day, if not you and the wife, that Sean, or perhaps Sean's children, would one day emerge.
sorry it took so long. I only wish we could have all gotten out. As a family.
As do I, sir. As do I. It is unfortunate. I just wanted you to know how much I consider you family. I may be a mere robot to some, but I do hope you've come to see me as more.
I consider you to be family too, Codsworth. We're in this world for the long haul. Together.
You don't know how wonderful it is for me to hear that. I feel completely recharged. Well, enough blither-blather from me. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Swatter, who needs a swatter?
Need some custom hardware? It's the new guy. That's you, right?
The new guy?
Word kinda travels fast in Diamond City. What can I say? Name's Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
Let's see what you got.
Don't forget to stock up on ammo.
Look, it's one of them fancy robots.
General Atomic's finest. Thank
You hear about that settlement? Covenant? Nice. Real clean.
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't heard nothing.
Self-prescribed chems, as recommended by me, myself, and I. Got chems right here for you, brother.
Did you say something about drugs?
That's right. All the chems you need to fill out your lifestyle. Balance you out. Everyone here buys from me. Sometimes security needs a little psycho, or an engineer needs some mentats. And heck, Rad X is plain universal.
Looking for a job, if you got one.
Yeah, I got something. Looking for a mutated fern, if you find any. I hear some grows out near Forest Grove Marsh. Natural radiation sucker. Be great for cooking Rad X or Rad Away.
Sweeten the deal with some money, and I might be interested.
All right. How about 125 caps?
Come on. Make it worth my while, Solomon.
You are one righteous talker. 150 caps.
Mutated fern. Sounds good.
Cool.
Don't be caught dead! Protection from Commonwealth weaponry!
Hey there.
You there! You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatter.
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium. And two teams would meet and play a game called baseball. One team would beat the other team to death with these things called baseball bats, and the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
Look, dumbass, that's not how baseball was played.
That right, Mr. Smarty Pants? Hey, if you're such an expert, how do you think it was played?
It was America's pastime. A sport that united families on warm summer days. And it wasn't violent. Mostly.
Certainly no one was beaten to death as part of the game mechanics.
I like my version better. Now, can I interest you in these genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatters?
Got any work?
Well, if you want to help the sport, I got a lead on a stash of pre-war collector's items. Coach, quitting his for punks Western, had an estate not too far from here. Legend says when he retired, the league presented him with a baseball, catcher's mitt, and playing card signed by all the other coaches. See where I'm going with this? I'll pay 100 caps each for those relics. What do you say?
100 caps seems light. I need more.
I like your moxie. We'll make it 125 caps apiece. How's that sound?
Please. You own a whole store. You can do better.
Look at that fire in your eyes. All right. 150 caps for each piece. And you better be worth it. Deal?
A card, a mitt, and a ball. Got it.
I thank you. And baseball thanks you.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
Next I was gonna play,
Everybody, I need everyone's attention. I would like to address the subject that is on everyone's mind. And that is the disgusting article Piper has written. Diamond City has stood united for over 150 years. And what keeps us united are two things. First is the great green guardian behind me, the wall. Our protector and our savior from the filth of the outside. And second is our faith and trust in each other. The faith and trust that has given us prosperity, security, and education for every citizen. And while the paper might point their fingers at synths and other ghost stories to drive us apart, we will not betray this sacred trust. Now, I want everyone to hear these next words very carefully. I am not a synth. I am the same flesh and blood boy who grew up on these streets, who was born in a shack just down the waterfront to Martha and Patrick McDonough. And I will not abandon my city due to the heinous allegations of the press. God bless this city. God bless the wall.
Piece of shit.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Our new arrival. I wish I was in your shoes. Getting to see our glorious city for the first time? How can I help you?
Nick Valentine wanted me to see you.
Did he now? Some investigation, I assume? You two aren't trying to get me into hot water now, are you?
A man named Kellogg used to live in this city. I need to search his house.
I see. Well, whatever reasons you have, I take my citizens' privacy very seriously. Even after they've left. I can't allow you to invade someone else's home. That's all there is to it.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my son. I need to find him.
Oh, of course. I will do everything in my power to help you overcome this horrible personal tragedy. I remember Mr. Kellogg. Didn't like him myself. Paranoid. Never talked to anyone. I doubt you'll find him. But I insist you take the key to his old house. It's been abandoned, though. I'm afraid this whole thing might be fruitless.
Got the key? All right, let's head in. You do the honors. Let's take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind.
There's a use to that. I'll use my hat.
Place seems small to you? I think a guy like Kellogg would think big. Nothing here. Did you check out that desk? I'm telling you, something's not right. Look for anything out of sorts. A switch. A button. Well, that's one way to hide a room.
Gwinnett Stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, and cigars. San Francisco Sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
Any suggestions, Nick?
What about dog meat? Commonwealth mutt like him can track a man's scent for miles. Why don't you go fetch him and let him have a whiff? See if he picks up the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. If you have to face Kellogg on your own, just say so. Besides, you already have plenty of company. You can't all go sniffing through the Commonwealth after one man.
I want you with me on this, Nick.
Right. Well, let's get that bastard. This is your show
Codsworth.
from here on out, okay? You say jump, I'll say how high.
Institute spying on your home? Read the public. Find out.
Just thinking how wonderful it'd be to get out of this infernal rig. May I accompany you, sir?
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
Dog meat. Get the scent, boy. Take me to him, boy. Take me to Sean.
Skull in the league can withstand a swat.
Hey, who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles from across the country.
Get your copy of the public. We expose the truth behind the Institute.
Head on inside.
taste. Kellogg must have stopped here. Search around, see if we can pick up the trail.
Are you looking for a new career in science? Cambridge Polymer Labs is now hiring for a variety
Lost the scent, boy? San Francisco sunlights.
I'm telling you,
Kellogg's preferred brand, all right.
second to none.
What do you think, boy? Enough to go on?
like another one of Kellogg's pit stops. Keep your eyes open.
Bloody bandages. Dogmeat can track this.
That nose is second to none.
What do you think, boy? Enough to go on?
Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way. Dogmeat's got the scent. Now we just gotta follow him to Kellogg.
Kellogg's still out there. We've got to track him, boy.
found something. You know the drill.
Gwyneth Stout. One of his creature comforts.
I'm telling you, that nose is second to none.
Okay, boy. Let's track him. We gotta stick together, pal. At least until we find Kellogg.
Thing for antiques, huh?
que era yo.